know, Spider-Man got more time with the Pope than many, many dignitaries and runners of countries. That was amazing. I never saw anything like that.
Well, he is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Speaking Italian. Did he?
Yes, I got that too. He's speaking Italian. I didn't know Spider-Man was Italian.
Did he give him a commemorative mask? What was that?
Yes. I couldn't really hear it that clearly, but
Italian. I don't know if it's a problem. Sure.
No, if it was clear, I'd be able to understand it, but I couldn't really hear it.
Yeah. Well, all right. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Monday, April 21st, year of our Lord 2025. And we're so excited to be back with you. Don't you miss us when we're not here? Seriously, don't you? Because I miss you guys sometimes a little bit.
I miss these people. I miss them.
I miss.
I don't miss Howard. I miss.
No, I don't miss Howard. I miss our.
I don't miss how. I really wish I could do them without him.
I know.
Him makes them. Makes it very tiring because I had to listen to him.
This is true. And Dennis and I today worked on the calendar, so we will review that. And it goes to a couple of things that he talked about today, just in terms of guests and who comes on the show and things like that. So we figured we compile it to see exactly how much vacation time he's taken so far, which actually surprised us when we looked at it in the big scheme of things, or the 35,000 feet view of it. And then also we compiled all the guests that he has had thus far. So yeah, a shout out to Lil Buddy who did the graphic that was shown on the thumbnail for tonight. Thank you so much for that.
I need to check that out.
AI, well, it's Howard with the cats having like basically an existential crisis. So like that.
So he's like Lisa G. Okay.
Exactly. So were you surprised that he was on this morning? Like, were you kind of half-heartedly thinking he wasn't?
I was only partially surprised because I knew that the effing wedding was going to screw up his entire spring, and it did, because this should have been a 2-week vacation.
As we speak, like right now.
He should have been off this week also.
Would he have been on vacation and then come back and then gone on vacation again for Memorial Day? Like how?
He does 2 weeks usually for Easter.
Yeah.
But because he did the vacation to go to that wedding so he can starfuck, he ended up only doing a 1 week, which is 10 days of vacation now. And then he would do from when he came back to Memorial Day, which actually starts the week before Memorial Day.
Yes.
So then he's off the Monday before Memorial Day Monday, and then comes back. So 18 days later, he comes back.
18 days later. Okay. So a couple of things. We are not going to discuss what happened on the second episode of This Is Us. What the fuck's the name of that show?
I don't. Whatever.
So we're not going to discuss that. We are also not going to discuss what's going on in Handmaid's Tale, although these are things that are
not a clue. Not a clue.
And I would love to speak about on another show at some point in the future. But I realize a lot of people do shows about shit like that, so we're obviously not going to do that. And we're just going to talk about Howard until he, hopefully just drops at the end of this year or taps out or
does something.
Happens. Who knows what happened? The Last of Us. Sorry, I'm such an idiot.
But the thing is, I watch a lot of pop culture, and they talk about that show.
Yeah.
And how it really isn't a good adaptation of the game. So,
I don't agree at all. I think it's a great adaptation. I just hate Bella. I don't.
Well, that's the biggest problem they have, and that kind of sucks. She's kind of key to the game. She's kind of key to the story.
No. I just don't like Bella Ramsey. I just don't like her.
But the thing is, you have to, because she's supposed to be key to the story.
I know. I get it. I know.
That's like Jack Black being in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Everybody hates Jack Black. I mean, honestly, he's annoying.
Number one movie. Go figure.
Well, because it hits that zeitgeist.
Yes.
It's just mindless, stupid entertainment.
Yes, agreed. All right. So what happened on today's show?
Howard came back. Then he had talked about Bobo's prostate. Then he had Bobo and Marianne on to kill us, and then he talked about Wink Martindale.
Yeah.
And then I know they did the Pope for a whole 30 seconds, and yeah, and then there was a lot of it was 18 minutes of commercial break time, and there was talk about the show itself, and then at the end he stretched it out because he realized he only had a 2-hour and 40-minute show, and he went, "Uh-oh." And then he just killed time by speaking randomly about, oh well, absolutely nothing, until he did a 2-hour and 58-minute show.
Well, 21 clips later, we will discuss all of that. And yes, Rick the electrician, I am with you on the Baldwin reality show. What I did though is I had actually created a show for that, non-Patreon, because we only have like maybe 20 people on Patreon. But I created a show based on that, and I put it up on my channel as a private clip. And I got dinged left and right for it. Like, it just had to be deleted. So apparently they're really like kind of coming after people
No.
showing clips from the show.
Alec Baldwin would be like that? No, I would never have guessed that.
It's so weird because if you're on like Reddit or something and somebody cuts a clip, like nobody says anything. But if you show it on like a YouTube channel, they're all over your shit.
I mean, he should be happy anybody's even talking about it, because I don't hear anybody talking about it.
Yeah.
There's no like buzz on that show.
Because
So
it's like it's insufferable. She's
I mean,
insufferable.
yeah.
She's insufferable. And just so that you can see. So, I'm absolutely I adore Reddit. And so there,
you know what? I don't think Rust has a shot. So
oh, when is that coming out?
They did a trailer for it. I saw the trailer. The trailer was atrocious. It really did. He didn't give it his best shot. It comes out, I think, in the summer. It lets it fly in the summer.
All right.
They're gonna bang it out there before the fall.
So I was, I was just looking at stupidity that is Hillary Baldwin, and I had posted this the other day. Hold on, let me show it to you really quickly. I mean, the whole family is a shit show, and it's really what Beth would have been with children. And yeah, I don't know. It's definitely
You think? I mean, I don't know. I honestly think Hillary is slightly smarter than Beth. Slightly. I mean, that's a low bar. I'm talking like the difference between, basically, 85 octane and 87 octane. We're not talking high. We're not talking Mensa level here. We're talking like slightly able, like not to have to discuss that when you eat a frozen pizza, you have to heat it.
Well, and also she doesn't have, Hillary's whole reason for existing is those fucking babies. I mean, it's who she is. And that's all she is. And here, this is what I posted. This is my latest post, because, the best thing about Hillary Baldwin is her workout routines. Now, keep in mind that this is a workout routine that she was showing to everybody, I don't know, maybe like 2 months after having a baby. So this is, okay, obviously written by me. So yeah, here. There is no world where this taking a dump exercise puts this fidget spinner's body back into shape. Because look what goes on here. Look what goes on here. This is her whole exercise. Are you fucking kidding me? With your big titties, your tit job. She's literally about 5 feet tall. And so this is her showing everybody out there, moms just like her, how to do exercise post-baby.
That's like some snap and gyro.
Yeah, no. She has a ridiculous body, but the falsehood of her having like 7 kids.
Well, she's just naturally thin. right? It's like
Yes, but she's also a very tiny,
well,
slight
yeah.
person. And, obviously there's so much to be said about the fact that half of those babies probably aren't even hers. And then she has one that's like 3 years old that you would think is only like 1.5. They actually cut her hair so it looks like super short and like the baby's hair isn't growing. I mean, it's just so weird. It's just like weird shit goes on in that fucking house. And you know what?
No.
Alec Baldwin is such a likable person that he absolutely deserves everything that he gets and more. So there's absolutely no love lost on that fucking idiot. All right, so let's get to our show and let's start on this shit. All right, here we go. Here's the start. Is it loud enough?
Bring it up a little.
Yeah. Seems a little low.
A little bit warm in here. Guys, can you lower it 1 degree? 1 degree. Hi-oh. Just lower it.
Who is in control of his air conditioning? Like, seriously.
Not him.
How is this a thing? How are they controlling? Does he have like a Nest system that they
probably
have access to? And
you know what I would love if I was an evil human? Maybe I am. I would love to be able to figure out what system it is and hack it and turn it all the way up to 95.
Oh my God, he would die.
Just have it running like at 95 the entire time.
Yeah, but those Andes are always cold anyway. So.
And then flip it to make the air conditioner run nonstop at 50. Just have like ice hanging on the walls.
No, Michael, he's not back in New York. He's in Florida. But the fact that he calls on somebody on the air to lower the temperature in his studio makes me believe that he doesn't control anything in his own space. I think it's kind of bizarre.
No.
Like, who's he talking to? It's really weird.
He's talking to his tech guys, the ones that make it that the tutors that taught him how to use YouTube TV.
Yes.
1 little degree. Finding work in absolute comfort. Most important. Good morning, everybody. Belated Happy Easter. Robin, I have very important news for you personally. I just got off the phone with Jeff Bezos, and he is sending you into space. Everyone is very excited about it.
Okay. Nobody cares. And, I didn't really record a lot of it, but he tried to peg saying that they're crazy for going into space. Like that he was the first one to say that. We all said that. Like, you were off the air for a week. We all said that it was crazy.
So the funny thing is, once again, cold Chinese food. No one is really talking. Even Wendy's has stopped talking about this. I mean, seriously. I mean, this is no longer a story. It's no longer something anybody gives a shit about. It literally, it doesn't matter.
The only thing that does matter is the fact that Katy Perry is absolutely being trashed left and right.
Katy Perry is an imbecile. Now, remember this, every time you hear any of these celebrities say something, they're stupid. They're adult pretenders. Katy Perry shows you how dumb they really can be. She's not a bright individual. She isn't.
I mean, I have the clip from Gayle King because I thought it was like
she's not bright either.
Babbling stupidity. So we'll definitely get to that. So Howard starts the show basically talking about that for just a moment, but then talking about how AI has made such leaps and bounds in scientific discovery and what's going on with our just general being, and how, maybe kids that are born today will live to 150 because of miracles in science and maybe like curing cancer and shit like that. Right. So whatever. And it's a real non-story, but then Robin.
Yeah. This is the best part of it. Robin.
Yeah, right. I was leading up to that. And Robin.
I could have lived for 400 or 500 years maybe, but instead I'm going to drop dead like a regular person.
Let me tell you one reason why I decided that death is a really good thing for humanity.
No, not for me. For humanity, yes. Not for me.
Okay. Because, I mean, look at what's going on now. I know you don't. But when those people go, that will be out of the world.
What?
So death is a good thing.
No, you're a depressed person. But me, I'm an optimist.
The irony of her talking about death is a good thing. I believe the Grim Reaper has you on speed dial. So I wouldn't be yammering that too much.
Listen, her being on the cover of People magazine, well, it was the digital subscription, but
cover.
the whole cancer thing is a death sentence for anyone. It's literally like being on the cover of like Madden football, right? It's like it's a death sentence. It's like winning the Oscar for Best Actress. Death sentence.
Yes.
Like, these people hardly ever work again. You never see them again. It's bizarre. But yeah, that's where Robin.
She went off on a couple wonderful tangents today. It's like they gotta balance her meds because they're not doing so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, listen, just so you know, everybody, I'm sorry. I just want to I need to interrupt.
Was Jared on the cover of People?
I decided this weekend, and I'm sorry I didn't do it, but it was Easter. But I really need to pull the Jared clips, and we need to do we're going to do like a silly, stupid tribute to Jared. Maybe when we're on vacation, like when he's on vacation or something, we'll put together like a little Jared thing. I think it'll be fun.
So yeah, what happened to Brie Larson? Captain Marvel. That's what she became. They saw how insufferable she truly was. And now she finally realized after it's all gone that, oops, maybe the media is not my friend and I should just be quiet.
I know, but Brie,
she has great tits, but my God, she's a terrible actress.
I don't know. I saw her in that movie she actually won for where she was kidnapped and hidden in this room with her son for years. I mean, it was a sick story, but she was really, really good in it. I mean, I think the whole superhero trope, honestly, is kind of like going away a little bit.
Well, it's going away because they destroyed it, but she was she was really the worst person to pick for it.
You know what? Tell fucking Gal Gadot to take a number. You're wrong on that.
Gal Gadot, she can't act worth the shit. Gal Gadot can't do it. I mean, do you realize in Wonder Woman, all the Amazonians spoke like that because Gal Gadot can't not sound like she's Israeli?
I know. It's ridiculous.
They had to make all the other actresses sound like they were Israeli so she wouldn't sound so out of place.
It's so ridiculous. It's so stupid that they would kowtow to her like that
because she's hot and they thought that she was going to be a star.
Beautiful girl, but horrible actress.
Yeah, well, Brie's not much better. I mean, she did the one role, but the rest of the stuff she's
really marginally better. The Room, that's the name of it. It was good. It was good. The Room.
Sue, this is a hard question. Who would I pick?
Oh, okay. Wait, no, Sue, change it into an F, Marry, Kill.
Oh, come on. I just like this is more fun.
Give us one other person for F, Marry, Kill. Let's see. Who else is in the Brie Larson?
Yeah. That makes it kind of
Larson, Gal Gadot spectrum of things.
Bad actress, great hands.
One, maybe Halle Berry.
Actually, Halle Berry can act.
Can she?
Yeah, she can.
Can she? When's the last time she was in something? She's
another long time ago. She's
first Black woman to ever win the Oscar for Best Actress.
She was good. Yeah,
only one ever since. Like it's crazy, and she's not been in anything. She's not been in anything.
Well, she was good. She was good in X-Men. She was a good Storm. She was very good, actually.
Again, we're going back to the fact that these people win Oscars and then they go into these stupid superhero movies and it fucks them up. It really does. Jennifer Lawrence. I mean, although she was good as like the blue chick and she had done that before she won Oscars, but she's another one who's faded into the woodwork.
Yeah, well.
The new one. Oh, you're talking about not Sabrina Carpenter. You're talking about Sydney Sweeney. He loves.
Oh, yeah. Twin orbs of truth and beauty there.
Yeah, you don't even have to do a fuck, marry, kill with him with Sydney Sweeney. That's she wins every category. Oh, here's a horrible one. Yeah, Rachel Ziegler. Yeah.
Oh, Rachel Ziegler, kill immediately. Not even thinking. Run her over with a truck. Oh, this is hard. F. Brie Larson, marry Gal Gadot.
Really?
And I'll tell you why. Gal Gadot was at least in the Israeli military, so she's actually kind of
everybody who turns 16 is in the
exactly. But she went through the whole thing and all. She seems less insufferable than Brie Larson. Brie Larson seems insufferable.
I don't know. I'd go the other way around. Absolutely,
it's a toss up. literally is a toss-up.
I'd marry Brie Larson. I would definitely fuck Gal Gadot, and then I would kill Rachel Ziegler.
Oh, Rachel, that's not even a question. She's a horrible little human.
That was bad. Yes, you're right, Ida. Monsters Ball. Halle Berry was unbelievable. Absolutely. That's why she won. She deserved it. All right, let's move on. Death is a good thing. Okay, I don't even know what this clip is. So
I'm not going to. And the guitar pick's supposed to come in.
Okay, so here's what's going on. So he's talking about this existential crisis he had with. He's like, you know what's bravery? Bravery is ordering something off of Amazon, and you would think whatever it is that he was ordering. First off, okay, the veal doesn't do anything for himself. No. And the fact that he was ordering something for himself, which I would almost agree is one of the first times he's actually done this, because he has no idea how it works. So let's continue. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Sorry, I distracted myself. Listen to me. Our friend Benjamin still needs our help, okay? So if you have not contributed to him, you can contribute to him in lieu of contributing to us. Well, just this week, okay? But in lieu of contributing to us, you should contribute to Benjamin's GoFundMe, and I'll link it below us, because we don't want him to lose out on having a really good place to live. So I will link you to Benjamin's GoFundMe, and you guys can contribute. I just contributed again today because I really want him to be okay. So just know that you're in my thoughts, and we want you to be okay. Who's a douche? Who, Benjamin? Yeah, of course he's a douche, but he's our douche, so it's okay. Unless you weren't talking about Benjamin, then he's not.
No idea. No idea.
All right, let me continue. I'm sorry.
I'm not going to. And the guitar pick's supposed to come in a day. And I'm like, now
in a day to the wrong address.
To the wrong address, and then I'm gonna have.
So what he did is he bought these picks, right? These stupid fucking picks.
Yes, he advertised for the Jim Dunlop picks.
Nylon standard picks, right. 24-pack, $9.99. No, sorry, $9.20.
$9.20.
$9.20.
Almost a billionaire. Yep.
So apparently on his Amazon, it was still showing shipping to his
Chimneyville.
To the Hamptons. And so when he pulled the trigger, he realized that it was going to the Hamptons and not directly to him in Florida. And then hilarity ensues.
To pay to send them down here, FedEx. By the time I'm done, these $5 guitar picks are going to be $55 guitar picks. This is my life. So I panic.
So he's thinking that since he pulled the trigger on it, that he would then have to have one of his assistants over at his house in the Hamptons then send the pics down to him. Now, in what world, humor me here, okay, because we know he's being stupid, but in what world, let's even go with the 12-pack for $5.49, yes. Right? Yes. In what world wouldn't he just say, you know what, I'm going to need fucking pics up north anyway, so let me just order another pack and have them shipped to Florida? How is this even a story?
Well, I'll tell you why.
49 cents to just ship another pack.
It accomplishes 3 things.
A time killer, yes.
Oh, no. Then 4 things.
Okay.
4 things. I didn't think about that. First, it is a time killer. Yes, it filled some time. Second of all, it makes him look like a victim. Very, very important that he looks like a victim. He has to look like a victim, like a helpless veal. Third, it promotes Amazon. Why not? And fourth, Beefus is the hero. There it is. It did all those things. All those things.
So nobody has to promote Amazon, right?
I understand it, but they have a partnership with Sirius. So
I don't know. I never hear Amazon on Sirius.
They were giving away.
They are conflicting because Amazon has its own podcasting center and is driven by advertising.
Amazon was Sirius was giving away Amazon Alexas for the longest time. They were giving them away when you signed up and did a deal.
Okay, I will go with you with that, but I don't think that Howard thinks of it that way. Like
he promotes Amazon a lot, actually.
I just think he needs to kill time, and this was
there's always a ulterior motive, always.
Of course, but the reality is just buy another fucking pack. Like, who cares? Why would you have to get your wife
Because
involved?
you need those 4 things.
It's stupid. It's so stupid. So he went back and forth on a lot of shit today, and he went into a conversation about, again, Amazon and them going up into the sky and all the stupidity that went with, what do they call Blue Horizon? What's it called?
Yeah, blue. Yeah, I think it's that. I don't know. It's this big penis. I'm surprised he didn't talk about it. Look like a giant dick.
Yeah, so stupid. And he face planted when he was, no, it's not Blue Horizon. What the fuck's the name of it?
Blue Origin. Blue Origin.
Blue Origin.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
what it
stupid
is.
fucking name.
Sorry, stupid fucking name is right. Blue Origin space flight. Yeah, pretty much everybody mocked the whole of it. And yeah, okay, so Gail King was really upset that people were mocking the space flight, when in reality, all they did was go right above the Earth's orbit.
They went above the stratosphere, I believe.
Exhibit some zero gravity and then come back down. I think the whole flight from the very beginning to the very end was what, 10 minutes?
11 minutes. They
11
say.
minutes.
11
minutes. So yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
there's that.
So here's Gail rambling about it. Hang on.
I say you should go to Blue Origin and see what they're doing. I was one of those people in the beginning too. Space, why are we spending money on space when we have so much to do here? Space exploration is not an either or, it's a both and because you're doing something in space doesn't mean you're taking anything away from what's happening at Earth. I really resent that people are calling it a ride. We duplicated the trajectory of Alan Shepard's flight back in the day. No one called that a
Okay. Yeah.
Whoa.
He was an actual astronaut.
Well, wait, first of all, Alan Shepard, right? They didn't know if he was going to come back.
That's right.
I mean, it was a short flight. But remember, they put him on von Braun's rocket because remember, von Braun, the good Nazi, basically put him on a giant missile. And they didn't know if the missile was going to go all the way up, if it was going to blow up.
Such a leap
they didn't realize coming back down, if he would actually splash down okay, if the parachutes would open, if he'd be fine.
Yeah.
Literally, it was like, we have no idea. We kind of have an idea, but we really don't.
Yeah, fear of the unknown. And so it's a big difference, Gail. Different time.
She's an idiot. She's an absolute idiot.
And real astronauts actually go into space. Like let's think of those two that were stuck on the
space station.
Freaking space station for almost a year, who could not get back down.
Yeah, because you were relying on Boeing to get them back.
Of all people, exactly.
Jesus, I mean, yeah, no.
Nobody should be relying on Boeing.
No.
Horrible. So anyway, so Gail was rambling and getting like upset with people. But, read the room, fucking Gail. Read the room. People were really not digging you chicks going into space dressed in your tight, lost in space fucking uniforms. All of you just proving how, Botox can defy fucking gravity by not making your face like sink.
So the other thing is, it was a ride though. They did nothing. They didn't do the stages. They didn't do any of the. They didn't touch any buttons. They did nothing. They went for a ride.
I go up, I come down. That's
exactly. They weren't. It wasn't reliant because Alan Shepard had to do those things himself because we didn't have remote control in the early 60s.
Right.
He kind of had to figure out, okay, I got to do this now. Okay, good. And then it worked. And then, the whole coming back in, because it's still coming back in, doing the whole, it was insane. Yeah. The other part, they did bring up Robin going up, which actually was so funny because I don't think we have rockets that big anymore.
Autobot Al says, I know a few Boeing workers. Trust me, you don't want to get on a plane with these guys building it. Oh, thank you.
I'm glad I fly Breeze. I fly Breeze Airways because they use Airbus.
Oh, you fly Breeze because they're convenient and they're cheap.
No, but they also use Airbuses and they're comfortable and they won't fall apart on me.
I mean, it's just 11 minutes, which if it was any one of us, let's see what the cost is for Blue Origin space flight.
Was it no, it's more than that. It's like,
let's take
40 million, I think. It's a lot of money.
I'm looking. Blue Origins. Okay, how much? Blue Origins. Mouth-watering cost of boarding Jeff Bezos Blue Origin's space flight.
Ride Jeff Bezos's cock and tell us that much.
Kind of is. Looking to see. I mean, Jeff Bezos has more money than God, so therefore. Oh, okay.
What about Al? They put the wrong size wings on planes at the Boeing factory.
Wow.
Jesus. All right, how much is this?
Okay, a seat on the New Shepard flight was auctioned off for $28 million. Oh, sorry. Let's look at Virgin Galactic. Virgin Galactic hiked its per head ticket sales to an eye-watering amount of $450,000.
Oh, that's a bargain.
So yeah, but again, it's just go up, come down. I mean, I'm not sure I would actually do it though, honestly. I mean, I love doing shit like this.
Nah.
If it was given to me for free, I'd probably say yes, please. I mean, how could you not?
Well, I mean, those people in the submarine that went down to the Titanic probably said
I
the
would
same
never do
thing.
that. Yeah, I would never do that. There's no part of me. My claustrophobia would be like just.
Yeah, there's also claustrophobia in this.
I know, that's why I would debate it. I'm not sure.
I can't, because I actually did a ride at Disney and Epcot. hey, they strap you in like you're in the thing. I was with my daughter. I had to be strong. I was sweating. I was sweating because you're strapped in there. It's like friggin' like inches, man. Like, nope, I ain't doing this shit ever. Nope.
The difference is that Titanic thing, like they have to like slowly descend and then
dark.
descend some more, and then it's dark. And this is 11 minutes up and down. The other is a nightmare waiting to fucking happen. Really,
both are neither.
Not on my wish list by any stretch of the imagination. A very, very close second to scaling Everest. Very close. Like no part of me, even if I had the money, the opportunity, and if it was free. If it was free, I still wouldn't do it. Would you?
Actually, a guy that owns one of the Italian restaurants actually did go there.
I have a friend who has tried to summit twice. Once he was involved in an earthquake where like 11 people died. And the next time he was at Camp 2 and there was a fucking avalanche. And he has scaled every other mountain except for Everest. He tried twice and he said, you know what? It's not meant to be. I'm not doing it. And that was that.
This guy made it. And
Wow.
I'm like, that's just great.
Did you see the line to get up there this year?
Mm-hmm.
It's
like going to Disney now.
It's staggering. It is like going to it is exactly like going to Disney. You are 1,000% right, Everest. Let's see. I'm going to show you.
Except the food's probably slightly better.
Where? On Everest?
At Everest.
Here, check it out. This is the queue. This was April 19th, so 2 days ago. Hang on, let me show it to you. This is the queue.
Oh my God.
Now consider the fact that you are consider the fact that you are above where an airplane flies, right? You are above 35,000 feet. Everybody there needs to have oxygen. Everybody there is going to leave their shit all over this fucking mountain because they're pigs, and some people will die. But yet, you start this thing first thing in the morning because you're at that highest base camp, and it's like a really long slog to get up to the very tippy top. But they have to factor in the hours. Look at this.
Oh my God.
On the edge of the world, waiting for your fucking selfie at the top. And you know what? It's so funny that it's such an experience and such a crazy thing, but it then is actually almost quite ordinary, because if so many people are doing it, right? And so many people are taking the exact same picture, dressed exactly the same. Like, you think one douchebag in a red North Face, super cold, polar Arctic coat and hoodie with goggles and a face mask is any different than the other douchebag who's doing the exact same thing? Who wouldn't just go there and take a picture and, superimpose themselves on it and say, yeah, there I am, top of the fucking world. I just think it's insanity that people would do this. It's just stupid. It's really just stupid. Standing there, fucking. Wow, wow, that's not really. Yes, you are unique, just like everyone else. That's exactly right. So they don't have altitude sickness because they have to do it in stages. Like you have to start out at the lowest level, which is not even sea level actually, because Tibet is pretty high anyway. And then you have to go to base camp and you have to acclimate there for a couple of days. And then you go to the second base camp and you acclimate, then you go back down to the first base camp because it's a slow process. I think the whole thing all in probably takes I don't what is it, like 14 days, 15
Yeah,
days?
it's a good fortnight to do the full up a fortnight, yes.
It's a fortnight. So yeah, it's just I don't even know where we went with this, but
I don't know. It was because of the broads in the giant penis.
Shitty show today. We got nothing else going on, so who cares, right? All right, let's move on. All right. Yeah. So Wink Martindale, as we all know, passed away whilst Howard was away. Yeah, we did a show last week and we saw that Wink had passed. So it was time to honor him. And of course
30 minutes.
Howard harkens back to Wink Martindale. Let me just put him into our queue here and tic-tac-toe. So Wink Martindale started on, here. Well, we have it right here so that you can see that Wink Martindale did Gambit from 72 to 76 and then Tic-Tac-Toe from 78 to 85, right?
Yes.
So let's think on that and let's go to the clip. Here we go.
Wink's a good guy. When I was a kid, I would watch Wink on Tic-Tac-Toe. Was it Tic-Tac-Toe? I think he was on. Yeah.
He was
With
on
the dragon.
That one. There was something else he did too. There were a couple of shows.
Yeah, Wink.
So you idiots, Gambit from 1972. So even if you were thinking of this, you were already pretty much out of high school and off to college. And Tic-Tac-Toe, you were probably out of college and already starting to work. So you're an idiot. You were not a kid. I think that he is starting to think of himself as being much younger than he is and doesn't realize it.
We've discussed this in the past. He thinks he's our generation.
Yeah, he does. He
really thinks that he's a Gen Xer at this point.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yeah. You're exactly right. He forgets that he's not.
No.
I think that he can't really face his mortality. He's an idiot. Yes, we all watched Tic-Tac-Toe as a kid. Of course we did.
Tic-Tac-Toe with the big dragon.
But he wasn't a kid.
No, he was a full-grown adult working.
Show I really liked, which was the one with the little thing that would eat like the money and stuff like that.
Oh, the Whammy Show.
Whammy Show. Yeah, what's it called?
That was
the Whammy Show.
well, that's oh my God!
What about Owl coming right now?
Yeah,
right
now. Come on. What is it?
Come on, no
Whammy.
Whammy.
My God.
Press your luck.
Press your luck. Yeah, that was actually the thing. That was a groundbreaking show. Because it actually used the animation during the show.
Yes,
that randomly came up when things happened, and it was actually the Whammy thing was phenomenal TV.
Oh my God, the best. Let's look at it. Hold on a second. All right, let's
still like Match Game more though. I love
Match Game. Oh God, I love fucking Match Game. All right.
Best.
Hang on a second. We're gonna go to it. Give me a second here.
I'm going.
Okay, I don't even know why this clip has over a million.
Oh my dear Christ!
Let's go with it.
Stop! You gotta win. I need lots of money. Come on. Go. Stop! Stop at $1,250. Stop! Stop at $1,250.
Wow.
$4,000 on a spin.
Wow.
I'm going to yell stop for us anytime. Stop! Stop at $5,000. I'm always looking for more big bucks. Stop at $1,000 in a spin.
Holy crap! Get my house.
Probably like get him off the show.
Hawaii. Michael, a trip to Hawaii. 14,136 on the line. Stop at $4,000 in a spin.
Let's go to the end. Let's see what goes on here. Okay.
He has to whammy out. He has to.
Good luck at 93.85.
Crap!
100
6 figures.
$2,851. Holy mother of God!
Especially back then, that was a lot of cash.
At the 10-minute clip, I couldn't watch the whole thing.
So
Passing them, okay.
he was great, when he went back to Middle Earth. I mean, they loved him.
All right, here we go. 3 of them. 102,000, 4,000 and
Wow.
a spin. Oh, 106,851 on the line. Stop at 750 and a spin.
No, stop. You might as well getting anxious.
The last one you must take. $107,101. A trip to the Bahamas. A trip to the Bahamas. With that money, you can buy the Bahamas, Michael. 2,636. You're at 110.
Wow.
Holy mackerel.
Oh, this is one of those clips you have to watch the whole thing. So somebody go and do Press Your Luck, Michael Larson, and see what the story is with it because it's way too long of a clip.
That is insane money.
Insane money.
Early 80s, a car was like $8,000.
They must have been dying with how.
Oh yeah, they were trying like, can't you make a goddamn whammy come up? Come on, make that whammy come up, son of a bitch. We just blew our entire budget with this bastard.
Text the shit out of him. Rumor has it he blew it all on cocaine.
Well, okay, that's good enough. Cocaine and women's fine.
Found money.
Hey.
So then our favorite boomer decides he wants. Now, the way he just changed over to YouTube TV, right? So, and all we who have YouTube TV and realize the beauty of it understand how to use the system. But he's so fascinated by it. He's talking about the Knicks because everybody's asking him if he watched the Knicks game and whatever, because he's like supposedly a Knicks fan, even though he's not. So yeah, he's amazed. He's amazed at YouTube TV, Dennis. You need to hear this.
Boy, they've got a great feature. Do you know this? You know what? Here I am. I sounded like an old dude.
You are an old dude.
I put on ESPN and I put on the game and it said, do you want to join live? Do you want to start from the beginning, or would you like a couple of highlights of what happened so far, and then see the game? I hit. Give me the highlights.
About this.
I don't know about this.
Wow,
amazing, huh?
Wait till he finds out that it has unlimited DVR.
Wow,
I mean, he may actually need to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
I'm hurt.
Oh, look at this. He was an ice cream man who figured out the pattern. A movie is coming out on him this year. No way.
Hey, it's gonna be better than most of the shit they have in Hollywood. So sure, I'm on board.
I am blown away by the fact that we're talking about something so stupid and so random, and he comes out and says that there's actually a movie coming out about it.
And he's an ice cream man on top of it.
Love it. I love everything about it.
Even though I wouldn't let my kids go anywhere near him to buy ice cream, but that's okay.
Some distance in a truck behind a glass screen. I'm good with that.
Okay, that's good enough.
All right, let's move on. That's amazing, actually. That's really amazing. So, okay, again, another clip. I have no idea what's going on. I'm not joking. Here we go.
I heard it live, and I probably.
You know how you're talking about spoilers?
Okay, again, Robin.
Oh yeah, this is great.
Yeah. Sometimes you can just pick up the newspaper and read something, and all of a sudden they've spoiled an episode of a show for you. Right. So that show with the little girl and that
The Last of Us?
Yeah, The Last of Us.
Yeah.
I pick up the paper yesterday.
You still read a paper?
Or, my phone.
You know you get the paper, Robin. You know you get the
Wait.
paper.
So this housebound woman gets spoiled by newspapers where the news is 2 days old.
I know.
I actually, when she said that, I just stopped whatever I was doing and just I literally I couldn't think. I just like, how do you get spoiled by a newspaper?
I know.
On the phone, I'm scrolling through.
Yeah.
And I read this headline, and right in the headline is something about the episode
I don't want to know that.
last night.
You know, considering the fact that whatever show was on like 2 weeks ago that they were talking about, some stupid bullshit, Paramount Plus or Netflix or whatever shit they were talking about, and she came out and said, "Oh, isn't that the one who killed the president?" And it's like, oh my God, I cannot believe that you just gave away. And now I will not watch the show because she fucking spoiled it. So go fuck yourself, Robin.
Wait,
Asshole. All right.
oh,
back to
darn.
Wink.
I was looking for something.
Okay. I'm going to go back to Wink, though, while you're looking. Okay?
Oh, here it is. Right here. That's how Robin usually gets her news.
Thank you for sharing that. That's great. Okay. Okay. Let's go to this one. I don't know what it is.
And speaking of it, you know how you're talking about
No, that's not it. Let's go.
how you lighten.
So Wink. Robin thinks that Howard just gave Wink, you know, everything to live for. And, you know,
Yes.
although apparently his agent wrote to Howard and said, you know, you gave him like life at a time where he was, you know,
I think the agent was just being really nice.
I know.
His load and gave
Load.
his days meaning.
Yes, you gave his days meaning. You gave Wink's days meaning. I'm sure you did.
What?
You did. I can't even read my own writing. I just want you to know I'm going to have to stop being so lazy and come back over here. All right, give me a second. Okay.
Are you ready?
You know, I'm a very uncomfortable person. Like I can't sit still. I can't sit in a chair with my feet down on the ground. It's just very uncomfortable for me. And I've been like this my entire life. And even, you know, when I was working, I'd sitting behind my desk in a stupid chair and I'd be, you know, this is how I'd be sitting, my legs up, my fucking shoes on my chair, like gross person. It's just as annoying as Xavier, if not possible. It's possible. Oh, you need to show your knee too. Says all about the tendrils.
I got criticized for my sexy knee.
Sexy knee. Oh, same knee. Look at us. We're like
We're twinsies.
We're twinsing. We're twinsing, everybody. We're twinsing. The Wit Switch called in, so let's hear a little bit of that. I don't even know. I don't even know what the point was. Honestly, do you?
It was I don't.
We don't care. We don't care. Actually,
A lot of bad reaction.
Miss Witz, what's going on with what is going on? No more porn, or are you?
Oh, that's right.
Thank you for lifting the ban for.
now it all makes sense.
So they allegedly no one in the office can go to porn sites if they're working at Sirius XM.
Right.
So all the guys that are forced to go in the office for fuck all, I don't know why they're even there. They blocked porn sites, which real companies usually do because, like, oh, I don't know, liability and other good shit like that. So in the Stern world, they don't care about HR, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, they had the wits come in and
Well,
yeah.
did they actually wind up allowing them to
Yes,
have
they got a special
dispensation for
dispensation.
doing it? It's so interesting. Everybody's looking into the life of this Michael Larson person now. So now we have to read about that. I need to go back into that.
We need to see this movie.
We need to dive. Yeah. Okay. So let's go on.
For us.
Of course, Stern, but listen, I had to step out of my meeting with Ford to make sure meat holes was working again.
Yeah, because I can understand why you would think that porn should be banned from the workplace, but in our case, we needed to carve out because
That is the work.
That is
So
that's right.
Woodley, Stern, listen to me. We got to keep the filth train running. Red tube
Right.
is what makes serious stock go. Woo!
Right. Well,
Listen,
you're so
jerking off and working go hand in hand. Get it? That's how Mama makes the cash.
right. So we will continue to be your cash cow. Just keep the porn coming, okay?
Horrible.
Everything about that was cringe on a level that It has never been matched. I mean, honestly, talking like your show is actually important to Sirius is actually kind of funny.
I know.
Having
You even mentioned it at the end of the show today too.
had the Fall Guy, the Fall Guy wits, being talked as a witch. He didn't do that to the previous CEO.
Never.
That was a
Never.
man, but he hates women.
Yes, he does.
Most of his writers hate women too. And I think was that Jamie doing that horrible impersonation. I think she hates women also.
Horrible.
I mean, it's incredibly terrible.
We always used to think it was Samantha doing these voices, but Samantha's like really droll and boring. I don't think she knows how to do voices.
No, Samantha's really completely unfunny.
She's absolutely unfunny.
Jamie's annoying and unfunny. So we got that.
It's a winning combination.
It's a great combination for the show.
Really is a winning combination. Oh, look, the movie. We're getting more on this Michael guy. The movie's called The Luckiest Man in America, starring Paul Walter Hauser. I don't know who that person is.
Who's Paul Walter Hauser?
I don't know. Doogie's father, I guess.
Yes.
Yes.
Doogie's son. No. It's not what's that the German Hauser from the 80s who always played the bad guys. He played the bad guy in Blade Runner.
Rutger Hauser.
Rutger Hauser.
Oh my God, you guys. I don't know if any of you watch, and again, this is one of those shows because we don't have a lot of clips, but I don't know if any of you watch Love on the Spectrum. And I know I'm going back to something that is like old hat at this point. But you guys need to know that it's one of the best shows. It really, really is. And I don't even know
how. You can do a movie about me, the unluckiest man, because I have to listen to Howard.
Yeah, it's not that easy. It's not that easy, but I wanted to show you guys something that I thought was really cool. And this is only for those of you who watch Love on the Spectrum. Love on the Spectrum.
Nope, did not watch it.
Oh, I hate that you don't watch it. It's so good. It really is.
My time is very precious.
All right, Howard. All right, Howard.
You don't want to know.
Love on the Spectrum. Impersonation. See? Impersonation. Okay. So any of you who've watched it, you're going to know this is the most amazing thing you've ever seen. All right, here we go. Hang on. I know you're going to kill me for this, Dennis, but here we go. He sounds like every single one of them. And it's insane. I mean, he sounds exactly like them.
Yeah. Guys, I just wanted to say I'm really happy that you guys all came out tonight. I'm really enjoying myself. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself too. And Connor, the beer that you got looks really, really good. I might get a beer for myself as well. Did you like it? Did you like it a lot?
This beer tastes like something a knight would drink after slaying a dragon. A little bit and slightly heroic, and definitely not from the modern world.
So anyway, these guys basically, as much as I loved the show from the get, now all of them are on social media. All of them are doing fucking TikToks. All of them are like really popular, and it's kind of ruined it for me because
see, and I never got invested. Doesn't matter to me.
They're now all being like massively autistic and on the TikTok machine, and it's actually driving me insane. Not gonna lie, they're a little bit overexposed at this point, and I'm feeling kind of bad for them. All right, just wanted to let you know. One of my best friends has Asperger's. Yeah, you know, people have that shit. I don't really know anybody who has it. Watch Love After Lockup? No, but I would. That's a relationship goal I think would be interesting to have a good dynamic on. I don't know. Yeah, so then Robin, of course, talking about the porn thing, of course, because it's just for them, right?
Sirius is always trying to comply with general corporation rules. Yeah. And then they remember we work here.
Yeah. We forgot. We have a bunch
a blanket.
We have a bunch of degenerates on the Stern Show.
You're a public company, Robin. So,
yeah.
You know, if any day of the week a non-Stern, even a Stern Show person,
Yes.
female,
Yes.
is walking past your desk and you are watching anal porn, male anal porn on your screen at work, that is grounds for a sexual harassment lawsuit. Seriously. Like, I think that what he's not telling us is that they probably said to him, yeah, okay, well, you can do your porn. We're going to give you a special VPN just for your porn, number one. Number two, it has to be done behind closed doors without anybody else around, or else that's it. Like, it has to be. I can't even imagine that it could be any other way.
The thing that kills me is that these lowlifes have no reason to go into that office. There's no reason for them to be in that building. There's no reason for them to do anything there.
No.
It really isn't. There's no reason for any of them to be there.
I think, yeah, I don't.
If the star of the show does not need to be there, if his co-host does not need to be there, no one needs to be there.
Yeah.
No one needs to be there. No, that's ridiculous.
No, I agree. I don't know if there's any sort of, synergy that they get from
synergy with these morons? Are you serious? Did you just say synergy?
I kind of liked using that word. It just came into my brain, and I felt like it needed to be used. Yes, it needed to be used in relationship to this shit show that we're watching. Okay, so a few minutes later, they started talking about how the wrap-up show is going to have Cheech and Chong. So this got into like a really weird level of conversation, by the way, and let's just build to it. So
yeah, it's like an onion. Literally, it's like an onion. This thing, it gets
like a Russian nesting doll. If
yes.
you will. So first, Howard says this stupid
I'm a fidgety bastard too. Jesus,
right? It's just so fidgety. It's so fucking fidgety. So here's Howard bullshitting us. Here we go.
Weed humor to me, even now, even like drug humor, to me is the funniest humor there is.
Name one time you have used drugs as humor other than making fun of Artie when he was on heroin.
Hold on, I'm thinking.
Processing.
Jackie. Oh no, it was Jackie that made fun of that. Yes, it was Jackie and Billy West that made fun of Jackie because of his pothead.
Yes.
His pothead and a drunk. Yes.
Yes. No. Let me answer for you. No.
Oh, the answer would be no. Yes, that's correct.
Now, even like drug humor to me is the funniest humor there is. I do love it, and I especially love Cheech and Chong when they do it. And when I watch those old movies, they're still funny to me. When Cheech, like that scene where Cheech is driving his car and he picks up Tommy Chong as a hitchhiker, and Tommy Chong gives him a joint, and the joint is like pencil thin. And he goes, "Hey man, what the hell is this?" And it turns out it was a toothpick, and it's one of those toothpick wrappers that you get for. He pulled it out of his pocket. He didn't realize.
Wow, Howard.
That's what you think of when you think of Cheech and Chong?
Well, he's never seen a Cheech and Chong movie in his entire life. Never. He's not seen 1 second of one.
I can't even imagine that he didn't just Google on YouTube best of Cheech and Chong and watch 5 minutes of the entirety of their lifetime of work to get to that point. How many times do you think Cheech and or Chong were on the show? Because I don't really recall them as.
All right, Tommy Chong was on once.
Chong?
Tommy Chong.
Oh, there's Connie Chong.
Connie Chong was on too, but no, Tommy Chong was on once when he got in legal trouble. He was on once.
Okay.
Cheech Marin was on twice, maybe. I think he was on twice, because once he was on when he was doing the show with the Cuda and Don Johnson.
What about Al, who knows everything, says they were on together in 2008.
Okay, yeah, they were also, but I swear they were on individually too.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I do recall that. Together, I can only remember the Channel 9 show. Interesting. Okay. So they're going to be on the wrap-up show. They're not special or important enough to be on Howard's show. And so he starts to kind of build this whole premise of why he doesn't have as many guests as he used to have, or what he feels should be the tempo of the show nowadays. And so yeah, here he is justifying no Cheech and Chong. This is a long clip. I'll break it up, but I just needed to get the full thing out there for you guys. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that's always uncomfortable when people want to be on the show, and for some reason we didn't have them on. And you know,
Right. So Robin said that she had gone to some music festival years ago, and she ran into Cheech and Chong, and they said, "Fucking how, Gary never gets back to us. We've been wanting to be on the show, and nobody ever calls us back. And what's the matter with you, fucking guys?" And blah 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 blah. So that's where this was coming.
The other part was I was trying to make it sound like it's kind of a big deal that they're going to be on the wrap-up show, and that they don't have many guests. And but Blobbin saying she met them. I mean, it's just she keeps on rambling about meeting them like a lot.
I know it's
and
weird.
we loved that we'd had him. We'd had Tommy on for lots of times, and Cheech on lots of times.
Howard,
and you know what it is? Here's the thing. Before you tell me, Gary, here's the thing. We only do X amount of shows a year, and so
here's
how many is it?
X amount.
How many shows is it, Howard? Why do you have to be so secretive? How many shows is it?
X.
Am I doing algebra? X. I got to solve for X now?
X, and X in this case does not mean 10 in Roman numerals.
No, it's like I'm solving algebra here. A plus B equals X.
Yes,
X. And I mean, just say it. Why is the most honest man in show business have to lie about how many shows he does?
X.
I can't. Yes, I do have guests, but I try to limit it because I still think the best shows are the shows where we don't have a guest and we kind of have time to just do a lot of
like today.
Riffing, these kind of shows, these kind of shitty shows.
Like today?
That Dennis and I struggle with every minute of the show. And I pray for those days where I have something to do in the morning, so I can't listen until like 9 or 10 o'clock. And I am able to literally go through the listening thread and fast forward all.
I just want to get it over with.
Yeah.
I just literally want to get it over with. That's why.
Forward 20 minutes of commercials. Beautiful thing.
No, but I'm praying that I'm done like at 10:08. It's just like I'm praying that he doesn't have to count.
Yeah.
And things that are going on and just kind of generally bullshit and talk to the audience. So, but it's nice to mix it up and have a guest. But so it's hard to explain to someone that, like, Cheech and Chong are great guests. They're energetic, they're funny, they have great stories. But sometimes I just don't want to have a guest. You know what I mean? I kind of want to just sit and bullshit with everybody.
I have more to the clip, but so you do want guests whom you have had in tens of times.
Yes.
Where there is nothing left to mine from this human being.
Why?
Adam Levine, like why?
And it's laziness. It's very pure, simple. It's laziness. Also, Cheech and Chong can go off on different tangents that his simple little tiny mind can't deal with. Literally, he remember, he's a moron. He is literally a 69 IQ moron. And the other part that killed me, that made me so angry, is he compared himself to Saturday Night Live. And I'm like, on no planet is this podcast, I don't even like the current Saturday Night Live, but it's still a more giant thing in the zeitgeist of the world than your podcast behind a double paywall.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Damn.
That's the problem.
And I don't know anything is going on, and I just go over and say hello to somebody, and the next thing I know, I'm being yelled at, and you got to tell Howard, and Gary's the asshole, and
right. Oh man, Gary's a professional asshole. And
so then Gary is in there and throwing his 2 cents into the scenario and letting us know what kind of excuses
Gary's throwing such shade on everything else except for their own process of laziness.
Yes.
He literally, I was surprised that Gary didn't like bring in like solar eclipses and fucking earthquakes into the equation of not having people come in.
Yeah. Here we go.
I mean, that's how bad it got. And it's like, and Gary's voice has become that half a pack a day has really made Gary's voice
Breathing, I know everything about it is horrible.
unlistenable.
I know, it's horrible. All right, so let's listen to Gary's excuse.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Howard's on X amount of weeks a year. We're really more like Saturday Night Live now.
X amount of weeks. Again with the X. Like it's an unknown quantity. X.
They know how many shows there are.
X
And the thing is, Gary saying that means that's Howard saying that.
That's right.
Always remember, that's Howard speaking.
That's right.
It's
That's
not
right.
Gary speaking, it's Howard speaking.
I know.
Ridiculous.
I know.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Howard's on X amount of weeks a year. We're really more like Saturday Night Live now. We probably do 20 to 25 guests a year, so
That's
we're just
true.
not on that much. We just don't
Well,
have.
you're not lying.
We love your guest. We just don't have the room, which is the truth.
You know what would be the ultimate for me
We just don't have the room. We just
How do
don't
you not have the room?
in that area? If there were certain guests who could just hang like Jimmy Kimmel does. Like when Jimmy comes
Right.
on.
You mean like Gilbert, really? You mean like
Gilbert, but
not like Jimmy. Like
But here's the thing, though. There are people that are actually comedians, because he doesn't allow real comedians on there anymore,
Right.
that would be able to come on and just hang and whatever, throw their 2 cents in. Though there's nothing. See, here's the problem. There's nothing for anybody to throw their 2 cents in anymore, because everything's pre-scripted garbage. There isn't any news. There's no topical discussions. So what would somebody coming in there, just sitting there, actually fucking talk about? What would they talk about sitting there? What, Bobo and Marianne getting a half hour this morning, and Bobo having songs? Bobo has songs.
I know. I passed over that whole thing.
I understand that, but so what would this theoretical guest do sitting there riffing on what?
But the best part is the analogy of Jimmy Kimmel. Meanwhile, Jimmy Kimmel is invited to your Hamptons mansion where he's hanging out with his wife and his children. And all he really has to do is stroll his lazy, Botoxed, hair plugged, Ozempic, weight lost self down to the basement to hang out with you. That's all he has to do to make that happen. And it's the only time he would do that is when he's staying with you. So that's a crock of shit as well.
But even so, Kimmel really adds nothing.
Sometimes Kimmel will reveal some truthies. And
yes, when he says a truth bomb, but during the normal flow of the show,
no, not so much.
It's nothing. The thing is, and it's so amazing. He has only so many spots. This is moron logic, and I love every second of this. Say you have only 25 guests a year.
Yeah, okay.
Why do you have people that have been on 14, 10 times,
Don't you want
6
newness?
times?
Right.
I understand. But if you only have so many slots, why are you having retreads on that no one gives a shit about? No one cares about. No one cares about a train anymore. Nobody gives a shit about them. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about Amy Schumer anymore. Nobody gives a shit about her. Even Nikki Glaser, nobody really cares. She peaked and then it's gone. She's gone. Bye-bye. Elton John, my daughter said, is he still alive? I mean, literally, it's like you're basically pulling up nothing at this point. And you only have 25 guests, and you can't find 25 relevant people.
Lifting for him to not know anything about that person. And yeah, sure. Did he have on some people last year that he's never had on before, like Cher and stuff like that? Sure.
Cher's a retread.
Well, but why is she a retread? She wasn't on.
She's everybody's retread. I mean, she's 80 years old.
Well, that's
We've
true.
already heard everything about her. Who cares? People our age don't give a shit about Cher.
No, nobody cares about Cher.
I mean, Cher was kind of old when I was starting, when I was like a teenager.
Oh my, 1,000%. Like I can remember seeing like reruns of the Sonny and Cher show,
right?
And thinking that Little Chastity was like the cutest thing ever. But then I have nothing about her. Maybe the "Do You Believe in Love" song back when she had a resurgence, when Tina Turner had a resurgence, and then that's it. I mean,
Moonstruck.
Oh, there we go. Right? Yeah.
I mean, that's about it. I mean, honestly.
I know. All right, let me continue.
I can interview him, but also he doesn't mind if I take a few phone calls or if I do a couple of bits, and he incorporates himself.
incorporated into the show. He's not really guesting. He's just hanging and we're doing the show.
Again, you're so cute with your we. It's not you. And it's not we. It's only I. No,
It's
we.
I. It's Howard.
No, we, Robin. Caller calls in, of course, with this bullshit.
Hey now, just wanted to start off by saying you're the best entertainer of all time, and you know,
best entertainer of all time.
It's all about him, Ed.
My life a lot better because I work 8 hours a day at home on my computer, so it's either music or you 40, 50 hours a week. So please don't retire. But I was calling because I was wondering. I know you in the past said you didn't really like Frank Zappa's music, but now that you're playing guitar more, I was wondering if you listened to any of his guitar work. Cause
I want you to go to jail for this.
I think he's actually the best guitar player. It just kind of gets overlooked because his lyrics are comedic.
Yeah, I know Frank was a great guitar, and Frank was a great guy and a great guest on our show. But honestly, I never really listened much to Frank Zappa's music. So.
You know why? Because as usual, you're only as good as your last conversation. And if your guitar teacher didn't tell you that, or one of your stupid asshole buddies didn't tell you, oh my God, you have to listen to Frank Zappa in a different light because of
well, remember though, when Frank Zappa was popular, Howard was listening to Bread. So
in America, yes.
Yeah, in America. So honestly, Frank Zappa was never in his realm of listening because he is not Mr. Rock and Roll.
On the 8-track loop.
Oh God, I hate that song.
I need you like the flowers need the rain. I need you. I could see love-struck, bread-listening Howard laying in his bed, dreaming of just kissing his fucking pillow because nobody wants to shove their tongue into that.
Well, he hadn't found the right guy yet.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on. Okay, so what the hell is going on with Michael Rappaport? Like, I think he has fallen off the deep edge. Seriously.
I think, 420 was yesterday, and it was kind of thought of in the listening thread on RadioGunk.com /forums.
Yeah.
That he may have still been imbibing of the 420.
I don't know. I think
he sounded as high as a kite. He really did.
I think he has gone on the deep edge. Like, okay, I didn't know Michael Rappaport was Jewish. Like, I didn't know.
Come on, really?
I mean, back in the day, I know now, obviously, but I didn't know it back in the day. But he has chosen the Israeli-Palestine war Jewish thing as his hill to die on. Like, that's
insane.
It is insane.
It's crazy.
And I'm not necessarily sure in what I mean, he used to be funny, he used to goof on things, but now he's just political. And
to what end, though? I mean, this is the thing. To what end? I don't even understand this type of logic, because if you're a mass media person, one part of that word is mass. And usually you just try to be as middle of the road as possible. And especially him, he's on the fringe of being very famous. He's like fringe. He's done some decent stuff, but he's fringe. This is insane. And then his call today was literally the icing on the nutty cake.
Yeah, it really was. So here's just a little clip of that. He called in ostensibly to talk about the Knicks, then went into like Gary and Gary's new teeth. And apparently, and there's no pictures of it. I can't really find a good picture of Gary's new teeth.
And gums. He got new gums. He got new teeth and gums.
Yes. And his teeth are like super white now. So anyway, he was talking, but this is like the entirety of the time that Michael was on sounded like this. It was really insane, actually.
I've seen the transition from green to this white. It's kind of startling.
Yeah, as he gets older, they get wider. It's amazing. Yeah.
Listen, just so you know, I went to a place, right, and it's a whole process. So this guy, you go into the city, And the guy, you know,
Well,
he's
for
the one
you,
who
it's a whole process. Most people, it'd be 10 minutes.
You
For
know,
you, it's like-
it's just a teeth cleaning. Yeah.
yeah.
So I go into the city, and this guy,
Right.
I sit in this dentist chair, and he's the guy that's going to make the teeth.
Right.
My God!
All right, Mike, I got to go.
He was just weird. This was like the whole kind of.
That was crazy. I mean, that was like literally a lunatic. Just he was laughing so hard at times. Like Howard was wondering if it was. He's just like, I'm laughing. I'm like,
and nothing was funny.
and that wasn't that funny. I mean, like, wow. Well, Gary got teeth work done. You haven't heard that before ever.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, here's his thing paying tribute to Wink Martindale. I just looked at it on the Stern Show thing. All right, let's play that a little bit. Hang on.
This was early though. This was like
less
from
people believe that Wink was not real. Like even people came up to me today and said, "Hey, did you listen to Howard today? He did a tribute to Wink Martindale." And they were like, "Well, you know what? I always thought that was like not the real Wink Martindale." I'm like, "Yeah, a lot of people did, but I never didn't think that it wasn't him."
remember, it's just drops too. It wasn't like he was live or anything. It was all recorded drops.
Yes. Here's
And this was from 7:44 to 8:15.
Yes.
'Tis the season for me to sell my genuine Wink Stinks. Farts in a jar, delivered where you are.
Game show host, great announcer on our show, Wink Martindale, died last week. He was 91 years old in the last years of his life.
Good head of hair, by the way.
Great
He
head of hair.
started announcing prizes to give away on our show.
That's a fake head of hair.
If you like cheap, unlicensed Beanie Baby knockoffs, then you'll flip your lid for these stuffed ducks. Why did Howard save these ducks? He must be smoking quack.
That guy was 91 years old delivering like that. I mean, Wink would read any line we put in front of him.
This is Wink Martindale.
Go back to that. Oh. Uh-oh. Do we see the port still? Oh, it's hidden.
I got nothing. Sorry.
Yeah, she's
Line we put in
looking
front of
ashy,
This is
though.
Wink Martindale with another tip for seniors in their 90s. You don't have to pay restaurant tabs. After you finish eating, here's what you do. Just get up and leave. If anybody tries to stop you, tell them you're old and confused, and then whiz your pants. Works every time.
He had a beautiful voice all the way up until the end, I got to say. A lot of guys lose
Didn't
that
lose
timber.
it. Yeah, didn't lose it.
Gotta go. I've got big birthday plans. Me and Jimmy Carter are going to go cruise for chicks.
Wink Martindale.
Oh, so cute, Wink. Oh, so cute. What did he die of? Do we know? Just old age? What?
91 years old. Take
I
your
know,
pick.
I know.
Said he, I don't know. Maybe it's, no, I have no idea. I don't have a clue. He was 91.
All right, let's move on. Another caller. Again, these calls, I don't know where they come from. They're so stupid. I hate them
38th
all.
floor.
Yeah.
Your show every morning. I just have a question. So I'm so in love with my boyfriend. Like, he is the best man I've ever been with, and we are planning to move in together and really just spend the rest of our lives together. And he satisfies me in like every way possible. Like, I've never been with someone that knows exactly what to do to.
Okay, so that should be the end of the conversation, full stop.
No, it keeps going.
I know.
They killed 20 minutes with this.
He fulfills me in every way imaginable.
Satisfy me, but he's definitely small, and I wasn't sure. Like, I've never brought it up to him. I've never like said anything, and like, I don't want to embarrass him or like upset him or make him insecure. So I don't know if it's something I should just avoid talking about, or.
Well, let me.
What is there to say? If you're dating somebody with a small penis and you're okay with that, what is there to say?
But wait till we. Oh, do you have more of this?
No, I don't.
Okay, so this allegedly tiny Winky is over 6 inches, which is more than average. And best of all, she's like, he doesn't have a large load. Of course, Howard likes loads, and they go. Well, they have sex 6 times a week, which I already notice is fake. 6 to 8 times a week. I'm like, well, shit. By the 8th time, you're gonna be shooting dust. I mean,
if
and you're gonna get burns.
If you're having that much sex and you're moving in together and he fulfills you in every way, How is this even a conversation?
Exactly. How's this a conversation? I
You're
mean,
okay with the small penis. Some people are not okay with the small penis. Some people would have sex that first time and see some certain person whip out a Thumbelina and be like, I'm out of here. Like,
yes.
out.
Yes.
And if that's what you are into, and you know, he's got to be really, really good at going down on you if you're okay with the Thumbelina penis.
But it wasn't a Thumbelina.
I know.
And it's the thing about this. And then the conversation was just to kill as much time and to have something sound heterosexual. Literally, it was two things to be killed here.
Okay, so yes. Okay, ladies of Gunk, does size matter? 6 inches is not small. 6 inches is normal. I think that people are so disillusioned with porn penis that is not the real world penis. That 6 inches is perfectly normal and fine. You know, 2 inches is not. 3 inches is a push.
You just have to get technical, like Dr. Ruth would say, you just have to get past that inner part. You got to, there's all the nervies are right there. You know, when you start hitting the cervix, you're kind of gone a little too far.
Yeah, no, 6 inches is fine. I don't know.
Just pounding that cervix is a little problem.
I'm saying 6 inches is absolutely fine. 6 inches is perfectly fine. It is not a Thumbelina. I'm saying 2 inches. I'm saying my thumb. My thumb. My thumb. I don't know. No, I am not a size queen. Go fuck yourselves. This is not what I'm talking about here. I'm just saying 6 inches is fine. 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 Put it in the ring. Fine.
Fine.
You know, honestly, if you are smaller than like say 4 inches, and you know, sorry if you have a micro penis out there, I'm sorry, but you got to be really, really, really good at everything else.
You
You
ever
know,
seen a grown man naked?
you got to be good at everything else. That's it. And if you have girth, well, the better. All the better for you.
Well, see, that's what really matters.
The girth. Yes. You know, that's why I've never met an Italian I didn't like.
Absolutely.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
All right. Then they get into a weird conversation about Cardi B, and we're not really sure why or how this even came up, but he decides that he's going to talk about Cardi B's birthday, which was in October. It is now April. And yeah, she's a pig girl, and she's really just inarticulate and quite stupid.
I remember when she was on, he said, boy, she was really well spoken.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yes.
I mean, I too would be surprised if this is what she's usually coming out
She threw
with.
herself a birthday party in October, and she didn't want any gifts. Here's a little clip to see. She's very, very brutally honest.
I'm throwing a party on Saturday. I got a lace in my pussy and my underarms. If you was to ask me what I want as a gift, it's like, I don't want no nigga give me shit, because once a nigga give me shit, that means I gotta give him some pussy. I don't want to give nobody no pussy. This pussy is on lockdown, bitch. Everything I want in the world, I could buy. Then, bitch, I got 3 kids.
Then, bitch.
Now, let's say if God gave me 1 cute kid and one ugly. No, he gave me all 3 of them motherfuckers cute. You know what I'm saying? Then the nigga blessed me with good pussy.
Oh, that is exhausting. That type of human is exhausting.
She is the lowest level of society. Literally.
I cannot imagine.
I there's nothing articulate, intelligent, or even just socially acceptable about anything about her.
She's exhausting. Didn't she used to be a stripper or some shit?
Absolutely.
Like, isn't that where she started her world?
Absolutely.
Well, she's only 32 years old. I feel like
She
she
looks rough for 32.
like way too fucking long. It's just
that's a really rough 32.
She's
the thing is that we're still talking about Cardi B in 2025.
Yeah, has she even done anything? I mean,
no, most people aren't. Only Howard is.
Yeah, I don't see anything about her that I care about. 32. Oh, her actual real name. Her real name is Belcalis Almanzar Sifas. Bencalis
Gesundheit.
Ines Almanzar. I don't know. But she really doesn't do anything other than, oh, look, her sister's name is Hennessy Carolina, and her cousin is Glorilla.
Boy, this is fucking ponderous, man. Ponderous, fucking ponderous.
I hate you almost as much as I hate Xavier when he plays them. Just saying.
But I mean, goddamn. I mean,
yeah, it is ponderous. Yes.
Everything about this is just like.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. There was something I wanted to get to earlier and I didn't, and I forgot all about it. Okay. So
what?
When Howard was talking about only having like 25 guests a year.
Yes.
And I was on the phone with you at the time and I decided, let me go look up, call her dad.
Oh, that's right. You said you were going to do this. Yes.
And see, so we have the calendar. Let me go to the calendar first. Let's go to that. Okay.
There it is. Oh, wow, that's pretty.
Here's the calendar. And this is so far where we're at with guests and with holidays and with days off and stuff like that. So in January, he worked 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 days.
Wow.
And he had 1, 2, 3, 4 guest days. Nikki.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't count Teddy Swims.
I know. I
don't count that as a guest.
No, but it's somebody not of his staff. That's all. Okay, so he had 4 days of guests. In February, he worked 3, 6, 7, 8 days, and he had Saquon Barkley, but he called in.
That was a caller.
And Andrew Watt. Okay, memorable as everything, right? And then in March, he worked 3, 6, 9, 10 days, and he had in Andy Cohen, Lady Gaga, Bill Murray, which I forgot all about, and Seth Rogen. So how many guests is this so far this year? 4, 8, 9, 10. And then April so far, today's the 21st. He's worked 3, 4, 5, 6 days. And he had on Elton John with Brandy Carlisle, Mike White, and Adam Levine. Okay, so that's basically what he's had on. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I skipped third grade. I don't know math. 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, okay. So let's go to call her daddy.
13 guests. We're at the end of April.
Here we go. Okay.
There are no guests this week.
Here we go. April 18th, Wiz Khalifa. April 16th, Khloe Kardashian. April 11th, Halsey. April 9th, Ed Sheeran. April 4th, Jack Harlow. April 2nd, Lauren Graham. But wait, there's more. Let's continue on. April. Okay. March, Chase Crawford. You know him from The Boys. March 26th, Chappell Roan. March 21st, Megan Fox. March 19th, Ellen Pompeo. March 14th, Rob Lowe. March 12th, Millie Bobby Brown. Let us continue. March 5th, Winnie Harlow. She's a very famous model. She's black and she has like spots all over her face. She's very, very attractive. February 28th, Hunter Schafer, his girl, boy. February 26th, Monica Lewinsky. February 21st, Emma Chamberlain. She's a big social media influencer chick. Part 1, Emma Chamberlain, another day, February 14th. Kylie Kelsey, February 12th. Chelsea Handler, February 5th. Alex.
Whoa, stop for a second. You notice that Chelsea Handler is persona non grata now.
Not on the show. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Rachel Kirkconnell from The Bachelor, January 29th. Amy Schumer, the 22nd. Riley Keough, who's Priscilla Presley's granddaughter. January 15th. Kim Petras, January 10th. Allie and AJ Disney, January 8th. Yeah, like that. So every show, she does an interview show. That's what she does.
Yes.
And, this is how she has distinguished herself.
And this is why Sirius paid her a lot of money.
That's exactly right. Let's go to Andy Cohen. Let's go to Andy Cohen in 2025. Diana Cruz, Danny Warren, Erica Jane. I mean, a lot of people from his show, so I understand.
But it doesn't matter. There's still people in
all the time, every day. Glenn Close, Julia Stiles, Lisa Barlow, Patricia Arquette, Kiki Palmer, Keith Allen, Julia Fox. I mean, just so. So So this is what they choose to do with their time, is to have guests on.
You mean they don't have cranky calls to Tam Mom? I mean,
No. No.
they don't sit there and do it. This is your death
No.
wiki for
No.
half an hour.
No.
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 Oh.
This is what we get. So we're kind of thinking that since he had that wedding thing to go to on the 17th, which put like a weird schedule going on, we kind of are leaning a little bit towards maybe him taking off June, July, and August. But who knows? Who knows how this is going to work out? We just don't know.
Yeah, because Memorial Days is next. Fuck me. Just thinking about this makes me want to vomit. That is Memorial Days is next big break, and it's the week before Memorial Day and the week of Memorial Day.
Yeah,
and that's a really, really long time from now.
But we'll see. We'll see. We don't know. I mean, everything's out the window. We don't know.
But I mean, the thing is, in his little mind, if he can leave in the middle of June, that'd be great because that'd make his summer over 100 days.
Yeah.
Just think about this. His summer vacation is going to be longer than school kids.
Mm-hmm.
Just let that sink in.
Yeah. All right. So then Mr. Clock started talking to him around 10:07. But
Actually, it was earlier. Mr. Clock started talking to him at 9:58, which means he only did 2 hours and 40 minutes of show, and they realized that he said that way too early.
Yeah.
So then we get what you're going to play because this is
Next week. We have
garbage.
another phone call with Tam on where she fights with a toaster. You're not going to believe it.
Horrible bit where he had Tan Mom fighting with Cardi B. I guess that's what the lead up was with the Cardi B thing, was him to do a phony phone call with Tan
This
Mom.
one. It's a full-blown fight. And guess who wins? Tan Mom, always.
Of course.
Of course.
Always.
Oh. All right, Robin, there's so much more I had to get to today. Unfortunately, I'm looking at the clock on the wall, and you know the rules here at Sirius XM.
What's the rules?
I have to clear out of here at a certain time to make room for the other superstars.
All right, so he says this and then goes on for another 12 minutes.
I had a beautiful weekend.
All right.
I'm looking at the clock on the wall, and you know the rules here at Sirius XM. I have to clear out of here at a certain time to make room for the other superstars that work here.
So cute. Like you work at like Eyewitness News or something where you leave and somebody else comes and sits in that chair and uses the mic and proceeds to give us the news.
It's not even, if he's trying to be funny, it really isn't. If he really believes this, it's disturbing. I mean, nothing about this is rational, and anybody with an IQ above a toaster could see right through how stupid this is. This is just Edison Wi-Fi.
None of this is something that
Superstars like Andy Cohen. Well, by the way, big out of here at a certain time to make room for the other superstars that work here. Superstars like Andy Cohen. Well, by the way, big shout out. I had a beautiful weekend watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Okay, so then he goes into a whole thing about Beverly Hills.
And then Robin makes it, and they stretched it out and did a 2 hour and 58-minute show.
Right. Let's continue. Let's continue with getting out of the show. Here we go.
I want to hear Cardi B and Tam Mom fighting again. It was so good. I love it. Anyway, I got to get out of here. I'm a very busy man. If I showed you my schedule, it would be dizzying. As you know, I'm very important.
To who?
And a lot of you think I'm going to leave here and just go and take a nap, like
you are,
eat, and then go into a coma and nap.
You are.
But that couldn't be further from the truth. My schedule is so busy that there'll be no napping.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for all the hard work.
Yeah. By the way, I'm sure the mics are off now. You know, I go right into bed and that's it.
Of course.
Yeah,
you bolt out of here to go get your food and then get into a nap situation.
Isn't it called meditating?
No, he gave up on calling that now.
That's why I was so sort of insulted that Andy would ask my wife to be on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And one, we live in New York. That would be one reason. And secondly, my wife's not going to go on TV and fight with these women.
I mean, she's never fought with anybody.
Again, just dragging it like a dog with no fucking legs. It was just, it was painful. It was painful. It's worse.
He was
than
watching that clock.
Yeah,
he was watching that clock like a union man. I mean, seriously, he was staring at it, waiting for it to get close enough. They go, okay,
Yes.
And then as weird as the conversation ramps up, as fast as it ends.
That's exactly right.
It's just like,
That's
time's
right.
up.
Wait for the funeral.
It was just a toothache.
It was, yeah. He goes, hey, I don't think I'm dying. I go, just in case. Where do you want to go? I got to get out of here. Everybody, have a good day. And when we get back tomorrow, Robin, I got a lot to get to. So, this is going to be a very busy show. Very busy show. All right. Bye-bye.
Get to what? What are you getting to?
I don't know.
What is there? You didn't do
I don't
anything
know.
today. What
Whatever
are
it
you doing
is,
tomorrow?
whatever it is, it'll be tomorrow. That's all we know.
So we do need to touch on the insane happenings at the White Elephant down in South Florida.
Speak to me.
Oh, the Beefus post on
Oh.
Instagram.
Oh, let me get to stupid.
Yeah.
Estúpido. 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 Don't call me stupid. Hold on. Let's see what's going on at Ye Old Floridian Homestead. Let me see what's going on here. Pickle. Okay, first of all, the fact that she named a fucking cat Pickle Rick, when I am offended by her, by there even being a thought that she might watch one of the greatest cartoons of all time, Rick and
No,
Morty.
there's no way it does. It wouldn't be able to understand it.
I am offended that she would name a cat Pickle Rick. Okay, because that's not Pickle Rick. That's not Pickle Rick. Okay, that's not Pickle fucking Rick. I'm sure she doesn't even know what Pickle Rick means. For real.
No.
Like, this is, I don't even understand. I don't understand her at all.
It's a little stupid.
And wait, who is anybody stupider than this Cheryl? So glad he's safe and sound and he's so appreciative. I just fall in love every day over and over. Good night, Pickle Rick. We love you. Sleep well, sweetheart. Oh, go fuck yourself. What is wrong with these people?
Well, they're paid to say that.
Sweet dreams, darling boy. Always making biscuits, this guy. Oh my God, he's precious. Just needs some love. Sweet soul. What's Pickle Rick's story? I'm sure it's some traumatic heartbreak. That
Evil humans.
Evil, bad.
Evil humans.
Can you believe that his mother had the balls to drop dead?
Oh my God, what a horrible person.
You know, don't even rent cats from me unless you're going to sign something saying that you will give it to your next of fucking kin before you take control of this cat. God damn it. Where is Pickle Rick? Where's Pickle Rick? Oh, that's Spud. Sorry.
It's Spud, wrong black cat.
Yeah, sorry. Who's this? Oh, Helen Rose.
That's Helen Fatty Rose.
Fat ass Rose. One of the hardest parts of fostering is not giving the kittens breakfast on days of their surgeries. They don't understand it. It breaks my heart. However, today is spay day for Cosabella and Perla. Oh my God, that's so fucking funny. Those are underwear brands. Just so you know. This
Are you serious?
Yes.
It's now naming shit after fucking underwear brands.
Yes.
That is.
Boy, this is fucking ponderous, man. Ponderous, fucking ponderous.
Yes, absolutely.
Cosabella, and of course, everybody's favorite, La Perla. Two beautiful luxury brand underwear. But that's funny. It's just really funny. It's fucking idiot. Okay, let's see what else we got here.
Let's go down.
There
we go.
Okay. Who's jelly of my Easter dress? Zoom in so you can see the kittens. So yeah, so as it turns out, it was like $150 dress. So she was really just like slumming it for us, but you know, she had to let it.
I got a kitten on there. It's got kitten. I got kittens. God, look at that wonk. Oof.
Oh, it's bunnies. I'm sorry, it's bunnies. It's bunnies.
I got money for Easter. I'm wearing an Easter basket. I'm so good. I got like an Easter basket.
Bunnies. Oh, and then you forgot. You forgot that John Stamos was
Yeah,
there.
the second part. There it is.
Happy Easter. You're welcome. John Stamos and Stephen, heaven sent. Oh my God, that's his full name, Stephen.
Heaven sent Stern.
Jesus Christ. Is this who we think it is? Uncle Jesse? You know, it says his name right there, douchebag. John Stamos. Of course, that's who it is. Let's get a close up of this asshole's face and see what's going on here.
I would imagine a lot of work.
We're going to see right now. Let's check him out. Let's check out Uncle Jesse. Jesse's getting old all of a sudden.
He's going to turn into an old Greek man.
Jesse is, I just going to say he's looking like an old Greek man.
Look at a little old Greek man. Like you go to Tarpon Springs and, he'll be like they're selling you baklava.
I know his earlobes are growing. He's just like getting old. His nose is twisting slightly to the left. And he's got those glasses. He's got the old man tinted Ray-Bans on.
It's like, when I look at myself, I see, I go, wow, that's an old guinea. Oh, that is me.
But
yeah, you look like an old Greek.
Old the bunny.
Hey guys, Bunny, I got down there having fun at Easter. He came over for Easter dinner.
How do I get me a visit from John Stamos? Who's cuter, Stamos or Steven? He's not that cute anymore. I gotta be honest with you. That means he's never been my type. I don't really like that type of guy, but yeah, whatever.
Swarthy Greek man.
Look so precious, the bunnies, so precious, so precious. My new boyfriend, Pickle Rick. Oh my God.
Jesus.
Oh my God, Pickle Rick.
This is it.
This is what we got, right?
John needs the Greek sailor's cap.
Oh my God.
Yes, he does. 100%.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, here we are pretending to sleep. Let's see that one.
Oh, I missed this one. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, man,
Jesus wept. Come on. Look at me. I'm sleeping. I have animals all over me because I'm asleep. Look at me. I'm asleep. I have animals everywhere. They go on top of me because I'm sleeping.
They love me.
They love me. I'm just sleeping. See me? Look at me sleep. Look at me. I'm sleeping. I'm snoring. See, I'm snoring. I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. I'm snoring. I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. That was actual audio.
Oh, it's amazing. All right. Is that all that's going on in this asshole's life?
The insanity with the rabbits. I mean,
wow, look how fat that asshole is.
Jesus.
Miss Petunia.
Miss Petunia, you got to change that name. They're like Big Bertha. I mean, Petunia is not where it should be.
Pet alert. Easter lilies are deadly to cats. Oh, my God. Beth, thank you so much for bringing awareness to this. Every cat parent should know.
Yes, they actually should know.
They should know.
Everyone should know it was a cat.
Oh
yeah, with that one, that adoption, yeah, something wrong.
Bonnie and Hanky meet their new mama.
Yeah.
Let's see, Bonnie and Hanky already have 2,000 followers. That's amazing.
Isn't that weird? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Strange.
Bonnie and Hanky adjusting to their new home. Oh my God. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Really, it is just ponderous. She's very prolific with the cats this month. All right.
The thing is, like I said before, Instagram doesn't have this many posts on their own Instagram.
Yeah, I know.
I
I've lost complete interest in her people.
I just pull out highlights now because there's always some tasty things like,
a little morsel. Yes, there's always a morsel.
Like that dress. I saw that dress. Went, oh my dear God.
Yeah, I know.
What is going on here? And then John Stamos is there like, what the hell's going on in this house? Wait a minute. Whoa.
And Howard doesn't mention it, which I find very curious.
Howard mentioned nothing.
Yeah.
Beefus, it was so funny is that the only mention of Beefus was for Amazon, like the Amazon help. No other mention of Beefus, though, during the day at all.
No.
Nothing.
No.
It was really weird. Like Beefus has now been completely
Well, they have guests. I bet you Jesse stay. I bet you they have guests. I bet you there's guests. So that's why.
Is he married to? He's not married to anyone right now, right?
No, I don't know.
No.
I don't know enough. I don't follow the Jesse, the Stamos thing. All right, we're done with this shit show. It's 10 o'clock. We've been on for an hour 45, and it is absolutely time to wrap this shit show up. So there's no guests on this week. There's nothing else going on.
Nope.
So if you're watching tonight's show, just have an expectation that tomorrow's show and the day after tomorrow's show are going to be almost the exact same thing, except a day later. Okay? So that's all you get.
And yes, and as always, I have to plug.
Yes.
I am doing a live at 8:30 this Thursday night.
Oh.
8:30 this Thursday night, doing a live. I'm gonna probably talk about, a little car stuff, obviously, but a lot about planning when you're planning to do something on your car. And this literally anything from doing spark plugs to changing out a clutch. You have to have a plan. So kind of like that. And
what do you mean?
All right. So like say you're doing spark plugs. Okay. So you have to go and look up what type of plugs they have that needs and also see if there's anything else that happens when you do this that you may need to change while doing it. So you have that, and make sure you have the right tools and that you're not stuck in the middle of the job and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I need this. Damn it. Because, before I did the clutch, which is a much bigger job, I'm like, okay, I need a clutch pressure plate. I'm going to need a flywheel because I know it's destroyed. I need all the gaskets for the back of the engine transmission. I need all the linkage for the transmission shifter. I need transmission mounts. I need all these parts. And I know I'm going to take time. I'm probably going to need to clean everything because it's going to be kind of disgusting. I need to be able to get the car up in the air. And, all these things you just kind of have to plan out in your head and know where you're going with it. So,
and that's been your Mopar Minute. There you go.
Yes.
All right. So what time is that at?
That's gonna be 8:30 because I'm going to a cigar event beforehand. So yes.
Good solid knees. Yes, solid knees.
Solid.
Like
a rock.
Solid. Solid.
Mine looks solid, but they really aren't.
Mine are pretty fucking solid. I could put them behind. I could actually put it. I could actually.
Please stop showing off.
I can actually. I mean, I don't think I can put it behind my head, but I can put my.
I knew a girl once that could.
All right, we will. We'll see you mañana,
Yes.
and yeah, that's it. See you anon. Farewell. Au revoir.
Ciao.
Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any discussion at radiogunk.com in the forums section. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so that you know when we're going to have a new show. Thanks.